Hello everybody, and yeah, welcome to the channel, guys. This is Matt, aka This Dad's Platinum Journey. We are back here, of course, on Friday. We are playing some Final Fantasy XVI. We are making our way through to that Platinum Trophy, that elusive sort of coveted prize that we all want in gaming. Yes, we are going to be, I believe we're heading down into Boklad, which I think is like our next destination. I make these thumbnails and I make these titles based on what I can remember, but I'm pretty sure that is where we are heading to next. We're kind of like traveling south through Delmechia. We're going to be going through to Canva pretty soon. That's going to be like our next bit, and going towards the Twins, where we're going to be having a pretty memorable section of the game just over there. But yep, this is where we're going to be up to today. Let's get ourselves through the continue here. I'm pretty sure, because I wanted to do quite a fair bit of these missions a while back, but I'm pretty sure that because I've been on holiday, you see, I'm trying to remember what I've actually been able to do, but I don't think I managed to get anything really done, so I apologize for that.
You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to crack on with the main story here. I don't really feel like I want to do too much of this.
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Oh, poor Torgal.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the
But yeah, I'm going to just finish this conversation up. I feel like we're going to crack straight back into the main bit here.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Let me just tweak the in-game volume here just slightly for us, just so you guys can hopefully hear a little bit of what's going on. I never like it too loud. It's only because the battles kick off and it just becomes a little bit crazy when that happens. But I'm pretty sure all these conversations that I've got to have here are not going to end anything. They're just going to
I need to ask you about Torgal.
further a few
Something's not right with
side
him.
quests.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady
But, you know,
Karen,
if there's
he
anything
seems
that
to
we
have
can
lost
do
his
on the way,
appetite.
it's always good to kind of start
Which is
this off. And
certainly a
maybe it's
development.
something that we can
She says he's hardly been touching his
combine
bones
with
of
our
late,
main
and she
mission
believes
here.
It may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
Ooh, okay.
Never seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting,
All right.
Clive.
Okay, so we've got ourselves a hunt here, which we're not going to do, of course. But we'll get these conversations done, and then we'll pack our bags and we'll get ourselves going here. What's Blackthorn got to say for himself?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask
I do
how
like
you're getting on.
Blackboard. It's just
I
like,
was worried about
hey,
you,
I've got work to
But you
do.
might still
Why are
be
you
down for
bothering
your
me?
craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
There we go.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
I'm sure we're going to
Good luck,
find out
mate.
where we're going to find this information out.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Okay. I'm sure she'll know where to find it. Well, where she got it from anyway.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
It's just like,
Single-edged,
just throwing you a compliment. You're
extremely
looking
sharp.
lovely
Running around
today.
after him again,
What do you
aren't
want?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now?
No.
Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the
Okay.
like.
So he might be on our
And he's got
travels.
more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dallamil, where I left
Okay.
him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
All
I
right.
appreciate the warning.
Fair dues. Okay. We've got one more person I need to just have a chat with before we get moving here. So we're going to speak to him.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Let's get chatting. Oh, yeah, it's this guy. Okay.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've
I
some
just imagine
bad
Ben Starr
news.
just like...
It turns out the
Is
hideaway
this
may
better?
be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders. And it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I
Uh-oh.
can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Why?
Too late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Ooh.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each.
Oof.
5 million each. they lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Oversight.
Those ledgers were my
15
responsibility.
million gil.
And it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
Yeah, I feel like we do some chores for them or
Doesn't
something.
mean you have to
I can't
shoulder the
remember.
burden yourself.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
Okay.
Something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon
Okay.
15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. Just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Right. We can save this till later, though. It's fine.
Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Yes.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is
It's the
goodbye
dry
then.
humour that does
Don't
get me
worry.
with this game.
I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Right, okay. I am going to start working on the red marker here. I feel like these side quests, we'll do them in a little bit. I would like to try and do some of these another time. Okay. Is there a side quest here as well? Oh, side quests everywhere. So many side quests. Right. Yeah, these are all bits and pieces that just need to be done throughout this, guys. So let's just kind of work on this here. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Jill's with us as well. Cool. And yes, there is actually. There's a side quest, isn't there? But it's one that you do kind of on the way. It's these like they're trying to rob someone. They make you go and do it, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I wonder if you can play it.
Route for merchants crossing the scars.
I wonder if you can try and do it any differently. I wonder.
No
Look at this.
official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living
Ah,
outside.
the fangs over there. Oh, that's cool.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Okay. Very cool. I always remember things like the is it star rubies? I feel like that is more of a. It's a Final Fantasy 1 item, isn't it? The star ruby. Where's the other one? There we go. There we go. Woof. Told you, it gets loud when it gets to these fights. It's really loud in my ears. I find it very hard to focus. Let's just turn that down just a smidge. I feel like it should be okay. I always find that when I play these back, it's quite quiet. But I hope it's alright for everybody. I always try and be quite...
So
think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Right.
Really? It's as bad as that.
So these are the guys. They are trying to take us for a mug here. I'm pretty sure.
And too much of it for us to handle.
Yeah.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
No.
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker. I know the work of thieves when I see it.
I really don't know what to think of this one. You can do the mission, which obviously gives you, like, you know, the experience and everything, like, to be able to do it. But these guys are telling a big old lie.
Action true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Help them deal with the bandits. I suppose he's right. I'll take my chances. I feel like this just takes you back, and then you can just, like, it just remains a side quest until you want to do it. So you kind of, if you want to do the side quest, you have to do the side quest. Alright, fine.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our...
All right.
Yeah, all right.
No, you just put an end to those bandits and...
Alright, okay, fine. Sure thing.
I'm not sure I trust those two.
Yeah.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Well, they attacked me, so... Let's get rid of... Hopefully we can get some abilities off here. Level 70 characters here, which is really over-leveled me. I feel like I need to do way more in terms of... the big lad needs to be done last, I feel like. Alright, let's try and... Okay, should be staggered here now. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Not as much as I would want it to be. But it's still taking damage off of him though. Oh, the new enemy's approaching. Go away. Ah! Okay. Come on. You here? Okay. We still haven't got that one to go, but hopefully we might be able to have enough time go past that we can do it. Although he's going to die in the meantime anyway. Okay, this one. There should be enough on there. Hey, how you doing, Simon? Hey, not too bad, buddy. Yeah, mate, I still am enjoying Final Fantasy 16. I think it's the part of the game as well where it starts to really pick up. So there's a lot of
That's them dealt with.
there's a moment I feel like you just sort of just passed it in the last stream where you're kind of doing the mission of getting the ship ready for mid. Where you're just going around getting loads of materials. But yeah, we're going to be sort of picking things back up again, I feel like, in the last little bit. So yeah. And it's posing its own challenges as we get further and further through the game as well. Ah, so here's the wagon here, the cart. Yeah, I have been catching up on some of your streams actually, Simon. I'm sorry I haven't really been around to watch along. I've been on holiday the past week, so we've just sort of been away. We just came back earlier today. But I have been catching up on your work. I hope Twitch is treating you well.
And how exactly will you be getting his goods?
I see the was it Monday you were having a bit of trouble with setting it up, but I feel like your following on Wednesday was a lot better. I think you had it all figured out, which is good.
And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
Yeah, I don't trust these guys
It's been a
one
pleasure.
iota.
Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother.
Yeah.
What if we want his help again next time?
Yes. Oh, thank you for all that experience. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll be on my way now. I still wish I could just fight those guys though. I don't trust them. Okay, let's keep it going here, shall we?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
Wow, look
The
at
fallen
this.
ruin should hold at least.
Yeah, the fallen ruins.
The path
Really
continues on the
impressive
other
to look
side.
at though. Really impressive to look at. Let's see what we got around here. We have got a town area we've got to pass through as well, I believe, on the way. So hopefully we'll kind of get there pretty quickly. Let's head our way this way. Well, these are going to start waking up. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let's get rid of you. Let's go with a diamond dust here. Oh, graphic of this game. It really is. It's weird sort of thinking. I felt like when I played Remake on the PS4, I actually felt like, and particularly when it went over to PS5, I actually really enjoyed the way that that looked. It's almost weird that thinking about how Rebirth is and the issues that it's had graphically, that, yeah, compared to it, this just looks amazing. And it's not to say Rebirth looks bad. I think the difference is that where Rebirth is so big, it's an open world game, essentially, or a semi-open world, or a hybrid open world, if you want to call it that. They've had to build the game differently, where it is slightly more linearly based with this type of game. And the way you can kind of structure the backgrounds, it's not necessarily massively 3D. Whereas it kind of converts as a 3D world where you're located. But where you're not really interacting with it, they can do with just natural lighting. And it's a lot better to build it. It just looks so much better. But yeah, I felt like with something like Rebirth, they've had to kind of make some concessions with that, if that makes sense. And I know it's very difficult for people to kind of like, they sort of visually see it as Rebirth. It's like, oh, it's like 720 in performance mode and this, that, and the other. And it's like, yeah, I get that. And it can be a real big deal breaker. But it is just essentially the way it's had to have been made that way. That's a very good point. Yeah, pre-rendered FMV stuff. it's a shame because, like, again, like you think about nowadays, scenes like this is a pre-rendered scene. They're not really that much different from in-game look of it anyway. But I know what you mean with Rebirth. I feel like I think you've hit the scene. You would have... Oh, no, you haven't hit the scene yet. It was a cutscene in Cosmo Canyon. You would have seen it in the trailers when you meet Bugenhagen and that. You get a CG cutscene there. I'm trying to think if you get one in the Gold Saucer as you're going around. You get one on the entranceway that I know that you've seen. But yeah, there's not a lot of like massively graphically fidelity kind of looking at like FMV stuff. And I think that's a modern game thing. You think Remake didn't have many of them either. Not massively. You had a few that were in there. But it really is because like in-game cutscenes and graphics, they don't look that much different. Obviously, when a real big FMV hits, it pops and looks unbelievable. But that sort of stuff is so big they can't put loads of them in. It's not like the original Final Fantasy VII had, what, 45 minutes, 50 minutes of like cutscenes in them. That was kind of like, that is. And I would imagine that the actual main cutscenes, like inside Remake, are probably about 20-30 minutes of like if you think about the ending, the intro cutscene, that's easily about 15-20 minutes there, and you've got a few scenes here or there peppered out throughout the game that will have that kind of pop to them. But yeah, they'll be very, very expensive to make and very, very costly in terms of space on a thing to put like a 4K resolutioned FMV sequence, you know, throughout the whole entire game. You know, you think Rebirth's already on 2 Blu-ray discs, which are 100 gigs each. I think the digital download's about 150 gigs, and now you've got updates on top of that now. It's crazy amount of time.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
It is. Yeah. This actual scene is in-game. Yeah. There's not much of it, of like a pre-rendered like CG work in this game at all. They don't really use it, in all honesty.
Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
The voice of reason. I mean, I think just the way that I try and always look at things very logically and very kind of structured in the way that I think about things. I'm never always like, I listen to a lot of people when it comes to video game stuff. A lot of smart people when it comes to video game stuff.
Surrendered the throne to Olivier.
Oh, I love this scene. I love this.
Emperor Olivier shall
I remember doing the video for Dion Lesage for Final Fantasy Union. He's such an interesting character.
How is he to rule an empire?
I'd really love like some DLC that allows us to really explore him.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule. And I can think of nothing.
Are you up to much gaming this weekend, Simon?
There is other news, Dion.
So obviously I know that you're streaming Rebirth at the moment, but is there other things that you're kind of getting on with in the meantime?
The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
And the thing is like when he starts, he talks about the Great Grieger, the god or goddess.
Made flesh.
But really what he's actually been talking about is Ultima. Ultima as the opposing god to Grieger, right? And it's weird, like Ultima's never really spoken about or known about because obviously Hippocrates talks about the fact that he hasn't really heard much about him, but Ultima is a cult religion because Barnabas's mother was a part of that cult, which is why Barnabas gets involved with Ultima in the process of him becoming the pawn. But the other front that Ultima sets is obviously over here in Sambrek. Obviously controlling the boy, which ultimately controls him. And obviously Dion starts seeing this.
I find you much changed.
So Ultima is ultimately in control of two major kind of like powerhouses like here.
Or are these the ambitions of another?
Of Ultima, perhaps.
Of Ultima, perhaps.
Oh.
What nonsense is this?
Yeah, it dismisses it.
I speak my mind, and my mind only.
But he isn't, though. This is the problem. He's not speaking his own mind.
Annabella, thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
Oh, no worries, Simon. Yeah, I mean, it's always appreciate the time that you give, like, to the community when it comes to, you know, providing the Final Fantasy community with such great content. It's the same with me. You know, I'm quite lucky this weekend, particularly. I don't actually have anything outside of that. I've been on holiday this week, but I've got this weekend to try and catch up. But I'm sure the boss over at Final Fantasy Union has something lined up for me. I'm sure I'll be working on something next time. I actually featured your stuff actually in a previous video. It was we were talking about Final Fantasy VIII and getting the Moogle summon, and I was showcasing your work, your great work. And I promoted the video which has you manipulating the Angelo search footage. And I was promoting that like in there. Yeah, no, it was a pretty decent, like, obviously little video to work on. And it was very grateful that you would kind of put some great stuff in there that we could promote. So I'm hopefully going to be able to get some rebirth time in, as I haven't been able to play there for about a week now. So I'm hoping to get a bit more time on rebirth this week. I need to get a little bit closer to finishing it. I'm still a ways off, unfortunately. But I'm really glad that the patch has come out. I've seen that obviously the main feature of the patch is, of course, the correction of the mission, the side quest that was bugged. That has now been fixed, so we can now indeed get all of the quest lines done, which is brilliant. Right, I need to head this way. Head this way? Where am I heading to? Where am I going? Oh, this way. Cool. Right, so after that lengthy cutscene stuff here, always happens on these games. You get these moments where, like, it's like, okay, sit tight, because you've got about 15 minutes of, you know, important stuff to get through. Don't get me wrong. So Boklad is kind of over this way. Dhalmekia is the capital, I believe, is to our right. So if we go this way, there's actually a city gate. You can sort of see them just over this side here. But we need to head over this way. So, hello, Chocobos. Hello. There'll be some fiends on the road, but we'll hopefully dispatch of those pretty quickly. But this area, though, look at this. Look how incredible that is. Wow. Absolutely awesome. That's so cool. The perfect, like, circle going around here. Like, what made that? Like, these sorts of mysteries, you know, all of this. Okay. So we're going to head our way, like, through here. Now, we're going to get quite a lot of running around backwards and forwards here. There's lots of stuff that we need to try and get through and do, which is basically what our stream is going to be today. We're going to be working our way like through this because Goots, our good man, has fallen into some trouble. And we need to help him out.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Boots, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies.
Goots is our man, though. Do 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 do.
Let me carry your goods.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was that activating, was it? I thought it was like him or she, like him glowing. I was like, what was that? Oh, I know, right? Some of these FF Final Fantasy places. I know, like, I feel like the one that always sticks in my mind is just Besaid Island. That's always the one that sticks in my head of like, okay, if I was to actually go and settle somewhere after the calm, I mean, to be fair, Sin doesn't destroy Besaid Island, so it's pretty decent. But just the island life, just living there, I think that would just be, that would be me all over. Somewhere quiet, you know.
You won't find any cheaper. Nowadays. They are more than welcome to look.
So here we are in Boklad, trading post. And it sort of serves as a bit of a gateway, like through to the twins. So
the Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
there we go. Oh yeah, Besaid would be awesome. Yeah, yeah. That would be, it's always the one ever since I was like a kid. I always enjoyed the music. That was always my point of like, Final Fantasy X, like that Besaid music would just be like, oh, it's heavenly, you know. But yeah, like, where would you sort of like to go to?
He must be around here somewhere.
Right, let's go and find Goots. Goots is kind of here somewhere, I think. Where is he? I feel like he's standing about here somewhere. Ah, there he is. Here's the big lad. Here he comes.
I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Uh-oh.
Down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and...
Uh-oh.
You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
Well, yeah.
A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
Yeah.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Boklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Alright. It's this Eloise, I think, isn't it?
Caravans up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
I love that.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure.
I love the fact that that's what he reminisces about. It's got a red chocobo on it. Oh, okay. Good lad. Good lad, Goots. All right.
Out for this red chocobo, then.
Yeah.
And the other one our purses.
Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of gil. I never use it for anything. That's the problem with this game. Like, gil's not really a commodity. You craft everything, so there's no real reason to spend any money. Unless you need to top up a few potions. Here's the red chocobo. Here we go.
Looking to hire a coach?
And this is
It's
Eloise.
10 million for a two-birder to the crystalline dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh,
10 mil?
here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Then bye.
Wait, don't go, El. He's me mate.
Oh, sorry. Knocking the microphone around. There we go.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
One of the things that always weirds me out is like, he was a crown prince. What crown prince? He was a, you know, a duchy son.
So what
Very,
trouble
very
have you got
famous
yourself
person
into
in the
this
world.
time?
Yeah, of royal descent. He is an icon of fire who has probably been talked about, shown pictures of or whatever. And it's like, people just don't know who this person is. I find it baffling. You know?
Might you have an idea which little
They're just
bear
like,
could have
and
done
who are
this?
you supposed to be? And it's like, I'm
We just need our pass
Clive Rosfield of the Rosfield family.
We can be on our way.
Yeah, of Rosaria, you know, icon of Ifrit.
So neither of you
You're like,
has a trader's
no, I
pass
can't place you, mate. Can't place you. Ifrit, you say? Never heard of it.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Ah, they sell them, you see, for people to get through. So, simple answer.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market.
Yes.
And no.
The
Passes
children
are
don't sell them.
inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
They're being
That
counterfeited.
someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And
Okay.
the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back? And
Well,
we
maybe.
want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
Nope.
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Cool. You gonna give me some sort of pass here? Yeah, there we go.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
Okay.
Furniture makers. Understood.
All right, let's get a crack on then, shall we? Okay. Okay. Where have I got to go for this then?
Out of my sight, wretch.
Fulfill Eloise's quest. So it's just up here then, is it? Okay, cool. Let's find this then, shall we? I can't... I remember this mission. Here we go.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular?
Well, you're surrounded by furniture, Clive.
Followed you too, eh? Then
I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs.
Well, yeah.
Back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will.
Let's do that then, shall we? Okay. Fishmonger. Is Fishmonger up this way?
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Oh no, it's literally right here. Hello.
Come with me.
There we go.
Fish for sale, fresh sorted and smoked. Can I
Don't have to shout at me. I'm right here.
Sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
Shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can
Yeah.
it be?
I mean,
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders from the Empire?
let's find. Have I got to go somewhere? Okay, just inside here.
Come and taste my peaches.
Hello, child.
Nectar.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything.
Like you can ask me,
out of the ordinary.
but it's whether or not you get an answer is a different matter, isn't it?
Ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
I'll take the large one.
I would imagine like the best way to get like this child to really kind of like dob in its mates. I have to try and bribe it somehow. Oh, here we go.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know.
Hey,
Nobody's asked me.
hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's picking pockets?
That's a long time.
For it?
No.
I say I'm doing good. Yes, I'm not too bad, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's something very basic in terms of a setup. I tried to learn how to do some work on the screens and stuff. I didn't want to put too much on there. I like to try and keep it relatively straightforward. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, buddy. There should be another child somewhere. Am I still looking for one round here? Is there one round this way? Where are we
You
looking?
won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me.
Oh no, we're outside of it now, are we? Okay. Sure, there's meant to be another child somewhere around here. Where am I looking?
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Oof, okay.
I'll take the large.
What am I doing here? There has to be another child here somewhere, yeah? Alright, that's as far as that goes. Ah, there we go. Sorry, there we go. Gotcha.
Excuse me.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
Yeah. How's things going for you, buddy?
We've heard that some very bad people.
I'll say you used to come down and join us when we were doing streams of Ghost of Tsushima like a couple of years ago. He used to pop down and check those out. So yeah, thank you so much for popping back over, buddy.
He said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, we're sort of riding the Final Fantasy train at the moment. It is a game series that means a lot more to me. Another Ghost of Tsushima stuff was great fun to play through. That was really good live streams. I enjoyed that playthrough actually. Really enjoyed that game. Highly recommend it. Right, okay. I've got to go somewhere else now. Not really paying attention to what these people are saying to me. Right, so we're going to head our way this way. And I believe we're trying to find... I believe it's like a brother or something that's... doing something actually kind of gives us good information here. It's weird, like, they've been trying to sort this problem out for like months and months, maybe even a year. We just come in and solve it like in half an hour, you know? We just come in there and get the job done.
Daddy,
right.
I'm hungry.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. We're forced into a cutscene.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
Oh.
You wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance to be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
Run.
If you get caught if you want, I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
Right.
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
Right.
I love how we've got this conversation going on. Like, shouldn't you just be... He's a child. He's going to run.
You can't have gone far. Before his employers do.
Daddy.
Pretty sure he's round the back of this.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Right. Here we go. Right.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh, man, nice. Oh, that's brilliant, buddy. No, congratulations. I mean, this is weird because, like, in the UK, I believe most people have a two-school system. I had a three-school system. I had a primary school, middle school, and an upper school. And most people in the UK would have two-school systems, primary and secondary.
Didn't come at all half the time.
So secondary would get you through like GCSEs. Yeah, GCSEs. That's where you would finish secondary school, and then you would go on to do like sort of like A levels or MVQs or something like that, right? Yeah, but yeah, software development, nice. That's really proud of you, buddy. No, well done. Are you going to be looking to do software development for like video games, or are you kind of working on something a little bit different? I really appreciate you enjoy them as well. No, thanks very much, buddy. That's always appreciated. Okay, so we've caught up with the boy anyway, and we're gonna meet our another friend of ours here.
Cowards! You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not.
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
He's wearing Eloise's thing, whatever. Yeah.
Where did you get
the brooch?
Master Theo.
Goods.
doing with these people?
I really like this character though, Theodore. He's a great like NPC person that you meet on your travels. His story is quite traumatic. It's probably one of the worst things, like worst things you have to go through. Like his side quest line is just horrifying. It's terrible, but it's brilliantly told.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before. Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Yeah, we want the same thing, Theo. Like, don't come in here swinging his sword about. Ugh. Right. Also, 187,000 experience points, and it still doesn't get me a level up. It's like, come on. Even with an accessory that gives me 40% more experience, still don't get enough. Right, okay, on to the next mission then, shall we? Straight away. Let's go, Theodore. What we doing?
What's the plan?
What's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right,
sounds good to me.
All right then.
All right then.
Where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time.
Yeah.
Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
They're not exactly, you know, hidden. They're pretty much in a way for us to be.
To the south past the camp.
Yeah. I know where I'm going. Right. I feel like I remember whereabouts I'm going for this as well. Pretty sure they're kind of up to the right, like on a little cliffside. Like not exactly hidden. Okay. The Steps of the Forgotten. Like these place names. They're so good. Okie dokie. They're not up this way. They're a little bit further up from here. See, they're just there.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
Yeah, all right. Bye-bye.
You should have minded your own.
Hoorah. I would imagine we're probably going to get ourselves some more enemies coming by. That's where these sorts of things go. Ooh.
I doubt these are the ringleaders.
Yeah.
At least we know we're on the right track.
No experience though. Come on. Okay. I think they're up this way. I believe. This way? Gonna say this way. Maybe not. No? Okay. Further round and up? Further round and up. Yeah. Okay. I think we've got something. Cool. what do we got up here? Something that way? I remember there being a goblin camp around here somewhere as well. Don't know if it's like... This is the goblin camp, I remember. I don't think we can get in here just yet. Maybe they're not up here. Maybe I'm down around somewhere else. What's this here? Maybe it's not up here. Let's keep on going down south, shall we? Yeah. Maybe I'm mistaken on this one. Maybe they're not up the top here. Yeah. Just more goons over here. Alright, okay, fine. Let's go take these guys out. Right, come on, let's go. Yeah, whatever. Get out of it. Need to get rid of these sort of sages quite early because they will cure your mate, so they have very little health, and so they kind of die basically from that as well. Ah. Cool. Why am I getting 0 experience for this, though? I want experience. Right. Okay. Ah, now we're going up towards it. So we're going up this way, are we? I've had a feeling it was up. Alright. Here we go. Here's the camp.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
And how can you hear what they're saying from all the way over there? Like...
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when
yeah.
you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right.
That guard from Boklad. Kill him. Kill them all.
All right, what do we got? I need to get this off because we need to try and drive down the big lad's stagger, so...
Nice try.
Love it. Right, I think it's the big lad left now. Unless they're going to do like some sort of really annoying... Here's a bunch more enemies. Right, there we go. Right, get this off. Get this off. Right, go. Okay, I don't have anything else that I need to do here. Okay, let's do this one. Might better get this off as well. Ah, not too bad. 116,000 damage. Not too bad. Although it's weird, like you play something like Final Fantasy X with like great damage limit, and you pretty much do that with one attack. 100,000 damage. Yeah, alright. Okay. I'm just gonna kill this guy. Should be dead. Should be dead. Should be dead. Yeah, there we go. It's over. Okay, cool. I always find like the fights though just don't really give a lot of like EXP when it comes down to it, but completing missions does. So in essence, it's really handy just to do the side quests because you just get the most experience from doing them. So even though they are annoying, they are a quick way of leveling up. Right.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet.
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands?
So it hasn't taken us long to fix this problem, has it?
Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Sure thing, mate. Yeah, because you were the real difference maker in all of this. But well done, buddy. Sure thing. Can I fast travel? Can I get back here quicker? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Make life a little bit easier for ourselves. Cool. Okay.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
This game is insane. Yeah. This game has so much health. Like some end bosses. I'll tell you this. Like, enemies are spongy in this. They are real spongy. You can be battling enemies sometimes for quite a while. Even basic enemies. And some of those little mini bosses that you just saw there, like the brutes, can just take an absolute beating. Like to really massively get their health down. But yeah, bosses.
Only time and Theo's return.
Yeah, you soon notice it. You sort of start smacking them with special moves and their health just goes down by such small amounts.
Welcome home, dear brother.
But yeah, particularly in New Game Plus, you notice that.
Here, Clive.
The only thing that I wish that they would do,
Ask him to keep
and it's not a massive critique of it, but it's something that I felt like could do with improving on if they were to do anything with this in the future, is just your basic attacks. Just adding more to the combo, like maybe doing different combos. Like you just end up by just hitting like attack, and he just does like the same level of attack like the whole time. It doesn't really do anything different. So I would like for there to be something along the lines of something like in Rebirth, where you have like you can kind of like press it, hold it, you can kind of like dodge an attack and do different things there. There's a bit more variety to the level. And because you only have like Clive like to attack with, it does get a little bit samey after a little bit, apart from its abilities. So that'd be the only thing that I would say with the combat that I would probably like to see a bit more of, would be something along the lines of its basic moveset just to be improved upon.
I was the first my sister helped.
Perhaps like if you're like, you know, if you're in, you have a combo for when you're in ice, or a combo when you're in fire, or a combo when you're in, you know, Garuda or Ramu or whatever. Your basic attack can change a little bit based on that, you know.
Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
And you don't really get things like elemental weaknesses in this game either. So like your setup doesn't really protrude anything along those lines apart from any kind of like stagger or damage dealing abilities. So I think something like elemental weaknesses or elemental changes would be really good to be effective against that.
This is for you.
Oh, thanks very much, Theo. Seal obtained. I have no idea what these things do, by the way. I don't really know what they actually do. I don't know. I feel like what they do have is they sit in your sort of your bed chambers, don't they? They turn up there. But in terms of gameplay, they don't do anything. I'm not really too sure why they are there.
Provide you with a coach of our own for a discounted price, of course. Say 9 million?
We'll
No.
try the caravan.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of business you're going to get for 9 million gil. But sure thing. Look at that though. 234,000. We still didn't get a level up. Okay. Right.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
Okay.
Then it's on to the Dominion.
Ah, we got some side quests. 3 of them. We'll come back to those. I think for the purposes of live streams, I do want to try and keep side questing. I feel like when it comes to the live stream, and I think people really want to watch me do side quests. I don't know.
What I really want to be is
It's not like I have the viewership base to try to really like to try to really test that. I appreciate everybody that comes down and checks us out, of course. Don't forget to do proper like down. It does really help the video as well. So if you're here watching, of course, if you can, you know, press the thumbs up button. You know, if you're not subscribed already, you know, do so. If you like the streams, if you like me, I've got a few other videos that I did quite a while ago, but it's great archive stuff of me looking back over some of my platinum trophies. I do plan on trying to get back into doing some more of that sort of stuff, but with everything that's been going on in real life, it's very difficult for me to kind of find the time to sit down and do it. And I'm also working on creating content for FF Union, which is a really great sort of side job for me to do. It is extra work, and it is creating content in the scheme of kind of making some money off of that. So you can understand why I would take a job in doing content creation over trying to make my own work. I do this because I like it. It's a really fun thing for me to do. So if you want to join in, somebody that is passionate about Final Fantasy stuff, is passionate about gaming and trophy hunting, then come and join us, and do share if you think people would be interested in coming in joining this sort of small community of people, of course. Do help us out with that. It is greatly appreciated.
We're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Yep.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
Sounds good, Goots. Let's go. So my plan is to try and go up to the point of like Twinside for today's stream. So I feel like it's going to take us straight to Twinside almost. We've got a cutscene first. I felt like we had some more traversal to do to get there, but we'll see. So we have the scene here where we have the meeting between the Phoenix and Bahamut. Or Bahamut? However they pronounce it in this game. I feel like they pronounce it Bahamut in this game.
It is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valesthea.
So we're really kind of getting an agreement between these two dominants here.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them,
Alright, it's Bahamut.
my people will be slaughtered.
Bahamut.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience. But if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix.
He just doesn't prioritize that right now.
Of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
There's always references to this flower. It always kind of like revolves around it.
What do you know of my blood?
So it goes back to a scene here with Arabella.
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
Yeah, thinks better of it. Like, he is probably the most powerful icon of all of Valisthea, and yet this woman, he thinks twice, because he could just end her right now. Like, doesn't even have to, like, do much effort.
Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash.
And yet she wishes to manipulate him.
Bows to its rightful ruler.
She steps on it. I feel like it's obviously a symbol of the sort of, what is it? The empire, isn't it? It's an empire, Sanbreque. Because it's the emperor. I feel like it's a symbol. So obviously it's something that holds dearly to him because he's still wearing the flower here from what his dad given to him. And his dad, obviously, like, you see him in the first scene, he's got the flower in his hand.
And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix.
Yeah, it's nothing to do you, mate.
It's a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Yeah. It's a really great scene though. Obviously these two are childhood friends as well, so the camaraderie between these two really shines through. You know, and they really want to help each other out.
My prince. Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness.
Yeah, you.
And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you.
Oh, I've got a dry throat this evening.
This is my decree.
Music here though. Love it.
The traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the empire restored.
Yes. Oh, it's going to bump us straight here as well. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Everything is locked off. We do actually just have to go into this anyway. So we're going to get ourselves into a cutscene, I believe. I'm not going to stream for that much longer, guys. I normally stream until about 10 p.m. I know I was running a little bit late coming on today. Again, the life of having 3 children. I was helping putting them to sleep a little bit, put them to bed. Or jumping on today. So what we're going to do, we're going to get through the cutscene here. It's going to thrust us straight into basically storyline combat. There is no opportunity to come out with this, I believe. I don't think we can fast travel out and do side questing. We're going to be forced into this. This is going to be a bumper stream next time we go live. I can't do next Friday because I've got a family visiting, so I won't be able to stream then at all. The only thing I might be able to do if I'm not working is I might be able to do something potentially like maybe Thursday, or I would do it on Monday. So it'll be either of those 2 days.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
So, why
then.
wasn't Gav already here? It's always my question. Surely we'd really need him to... Surely you would need Gav around, you know? Everything starts kicking off. Now, this part of the game is... I'd argue it's actually one of my favorites. I think it is my favorite part of the game. This whole sequence in the twins, it's just epic. Everything about it. But war is starting to rage inside the twins here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, girl. Get out of there.
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal.
Come on, boy.
This way.
Okay, so we're going to be jumping down here and making our way through the streets. I will double check, because if I can do the side questing kind of like off stream, I might be able to do a little bit of this. Like kind of in between the sessions here. Okay, so here we go. This is the fire in the sky. Okay.
The city's on fire.
Wow. I mean, you get a good look at the crystal as well.
The one with the bell tower.
Yeah, bell tower's over here. I can't access the map. So that would probably be an indicator here. Can I go somewhere else? Oh, I can. Alright. I can go somewhere else? Okay. That might help me. Okay, cool. I think that's what I'm going to do. Hang on. I'm going to drop out of here next. Wonderful stuff. Cool. Let's turn the music down inside the game a little bit as well. Let's do that. Wonderful team. Yeah, I'm going to call it there for this evening, I think. I know it was a shorter stream than usual. I normally like to try and be on here for a couple of hours. But I normally try and close this off and just make sure everything's going okay upstairs. What I'm going to do in the meantime is I feel like I'm going to tackle a lot of the side questing. That might level me up a little bit as well. So I'm going to try and do a bit more of that because I don't think I don't think people really want to kind of go around and do a load of side quests. I think that's something that streaming is probably not going to be the most exciting thing for you to see. You want to see what happens next, right? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll tackle a bunch of that and try and clear the map up a little bit. And then next time we're going to do this whole sequence as one big live stream. So I think it'll be a really nice one to kind of come back for the Crystalline Dominion here. If you've played this game before, you know how this sequence ends. There is one scene that I will have to cut. I will have to, basically what I'm going to have to do is switch to this screen here. If you're familiar with the sequence and you know what happens, YouTube doesn't like it. It's an offensive scene that we will get. I could get like struck from YouTube. It's not to do with the game, per se. I don't think Square do anything about it. I think it's just an offensive scene that it kind of comes across in a bit of a wrong light. But I will cue that when it's about to happen, and then I'll just have to switch to this, and then I'll have to wait for it to finish, and then we'll be able to switch back again. So apologies in advance when that's going to be the case. But yeah, I do want to thank everybody for checking us out today, because you guys are all incredible. So I know kind of people have been lurking kind of in the chat. It's always nice for people just to kind of come and chill out. It's always a nice thing to do. I don't feel like you have to sort of come along and type lots of stuff. It's very appreciative for those that do want to join in the conversation, of course. So yeah, thank you for those that did. If you want to know when I do go live, please go over to Twitter, or X as it's known as now. I keep calling it Twitter. It's still Twitter to me. It is at this platinum. You can go and check me out over there. I do post up when I'm going to be going live, of course. So you'll know if you want to subscribe to the channel. Of course, do that. And of course, you'll be able to see when I go live if you have notifications logged on and there as well. So a couple of ways you better find it. But hopefully, I can't do Friday, but hopefully maybe either Thursday or potentially I'll probably do it on Monday. I might get another stream in then. I think as well the DLC comes out. I haven't decided if I'm going to stream that straight away or if I'm going to carry on with this. I did the other DLC and it didn't massively matter too much about it. I think people were really massively keen on watching it compared to any of the other streams we're doing. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So hopefully I'd like to maybe carry on with this stuff because it's all to do with the platinum. So we'll see how that goes. All right, everybody. I do wish everybody a fantastic rest of your weekend, of course. And yeah, don't forget, team, to keep hunting those trophies. And I bid you all goodbye. Take care, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.